Corinthians 13 verse 1 says this: "If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal." Now, this is a text you're familiar with, I'm sure. 1 Corinthians 13, the infamous love passage. Love is patient, love is kind, love, love, love. All you need is love.
All you need is love.
You hear it at weddings all the time, which I guess makes sense, but that really wasn't what Paul had in mind when he wrote this. We're not getting into that. We're just getting into verse 1. Noisy gongs and clanging cymbals. And to do this, I need to go upstairs and grab something. Come on. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and angels, but do not have love, I am a... All right, that's the best I could do for a noisy gong and a clanging cymbal. My son Lauren has this little toy, and I had to borrow it for this video. Thanks, Lauren. He's taking a nap right now. Hope I didn't wake him up. No, I wanted us to just spend a little bit of time talking about this particular verse in this chapter that we hear all the time, because I don't know about you, but when I hear a passage that, just is so much ingrained in life, it's easy to just zoom right past it and not really slow down to see what it has to say. The other ones that I think do this all the time are Psalm 23. I made a video all about that a couple of years ago, I think. Psalm 23, the 23rd Psalm. So, and the Lord's Prayer, I think, does it too. It's these things that we just have them memorized, essentially, so we just, and we don't even know what is actually happening. So today, we're going to start with verse 1, and that's all we're going to look at. Now, I like this one for a couple of reasons. Number one, because I have this toy that just, makes it fun. I also was am a percussionist. Do you ever stop being a percussionist? I was in marching band, drumline, all that stuff. I was in it for 4 years in high school. I taught my high school's drumline for 4 years. So the whole sticks hitting things, clanging cymbals, I know that quite well. And I just love the imagery that this single sentence provides. If you don't have love, it doesn't matter how well you can say anything. It doesn't matter how you articulate your message. It doesn't matter what you're talking about, because if you don't have love, you're nothing more than a bunch of noise. That is just kind of annoying, to be honest. See, gongs and cymbals have a place in music. They can serve a really powerful purpose, but if you just are a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal, come on, you've all seen the moment when someone drops the cymbals in the back of the band room. Basically, it doesn't matter what you say, if it doesn't have love, it's just a bunch of noise. It's just getting in the way. It's just taking up space. This also makes me think of Marshall McLuhan, who was an incredible futurist and just thinker about the world. And one of the things he said was this: the medium is the message, or some people think of it as the method is the message. What you're doing is what you're saying. And to me, that really connects to this single sentence in 1 Corinthians 13. If I speak in tongues of mortals and angels, but do not have love, I'm a noisy cymbal or a clang. I'm a noisy gong or a clanging. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and angels, but do not have love, I'm a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. It doesn't matter what you're saying if what you're doing doesn't have love. So, yeah, it's easy to just, go back to other quips and maxims like, all you need is love.
All you need is love.
But it's kind of true. Love is all you need. Yeah. So let's just take a moment and slow down on these passages that we can easily just kind of fast forward through out of memory or rhythm and routine, And let's remove them from the context we typically hear them in, weddings and stuff, and let's actually hear what they might be saying to us as individuals and us as the church. That's really the context here. Paul is writing to a group of Christians, a church in Corinth. He is telling them as a community. This isn't a verse to individuals. The word you, when it's translated in the New Testament, is most often plural. It's a plural. It's all y'all. So when Paul is writing to the group of Christians here, he's not giving them a reading for their wedding ceremonies. He's giving them a charge for what it means to be a person of faith, a follower of Jesus, a community of believers. Believing is not something you think, it's something you do in the world. It's the actions that come to life. Those actions need to be fueled and filled with love. Otherwise, they're just a clanging cymbal. Okay, so that's it for today. It's a quick and easy one because we're just doing one verse. You should go read the whole chapter, the whole scripture, the whole lectionary passage. It's all great. Obviously, you've heard it before, but read it with that understanding in mind that this isn't written for weddings. This is written for churches, for Christians, for communities. And how can we as a community not just be the best speakers, the best preachers, have all the right words, but how can we be filled and fueled with love? Otherwise, we're just making a bunch of useless noise. I'm going to go see if I woke up my baby.